Hey, welcome back to Fresh Gaming News. So today we have had some information from Sony about the PlayStation 2, and apparently it has sold over 160 billion units, which we have known that for quite a while, but they've officially confirmed it today. Now, earlier this year, fucking Mr. ex-CEO Jim Ryan, who resigned a lot earlier than that in last year or this year, whatever the fuck year. I don't even know what year it is anymore. Anyway, he said that the PS2 had sold 160 million, and then Nintendo fanboys got really fucking annoyed, and they were like coping by saying, "Oh, they moved the goalpost. They changed the number just because the Switch is approaching the PS2, so they just made it up." But no, they did not make it up. The PS2 had always sold that much. Just because it was originally 155, they didn't count all the sales from that. So yes, it has actually officially now been announced that it has sold over 160 million consoles worldwide. Now, if you look at the Switch right now, it's 146 million, which means they have about 14 left to go until they reach that amount. And when you consider the fact that if you go on the Wayback Machine, and it takes fucking forever, but if you go on the Wayback Machine and you look at how much sales it was this time last year, in November 23rd, can I load? Okay, so 146, and will it fucking load? This is why I hate the Wayback. 132 million. So, considering this was like a year before the Switch 2 has even come out, and in like a couple months we're getting the Switch 2, which mean that the Switch sales will go down massively. Listen, even if they made as much as they did in 2023 this financial year, it still wouldn't be enough to get to 160 million. And they are rumored the Switch is pretty much guaranteed to be selling significantly less than from here to here next year, considering the new consoles coming out. So I don't know. Maybe they can do it if the Switch sells well for another 2 years. But I don't know. I feel like there's still a chance. There's still a big chance that the Switch will not get to 160. But who knows? Maybe they'll have like these massive like $100 price cut, or like make it like $150. So it's like really no brainer to buy a Switch for everybody. But I feel like considering the sales are already drying up now, I feel like there's not really anybody that hasn't already got a Switch that wants to buy one at this point. And the Switch 2 is coming out, so anyone that wants a Switch 2 and is actually interested in playing the modern games, they're probably just going to get the Switch 2 at that point. Though I will think that's kind of small, that's kind of a small margin, to be honest. But either way, I feel like the Switch really isn't going to sell much more than this at this point. Because the Switch 2 is coming out, so anybody that hasn't bought one yet will probably just get that one instead, because it's backwards compatibility. So you can play all these games on the new one as well, so what's the point of getting the old one when you can get the new one? But maybe they just can't afford this right now and they're waiting for a price drop. I don't know, but I feel like the Switch is already pretty damn cheap. Like in today's world, $300 is not that much, really. But maybe I'm just freaking naive, or tone deaf, or whatever. But yeah, I don't know if it'll be able to sell 14 million. That's 11 million, isn't it? 11 million, yeah. So it would still need to sell more than a whole year's supply. And considering it's going to less than it did this year, next year, obviously, because of the Switch 2, and because the sales are obviously going to go down anyway because it's been out for longer and it keeps going down every single year. But yeah, I don't think it's going to reach it. But I never know, you never know. I didn't think it was going to get to this point either, so. Like, anything can happen, really. It could have a massive boost. It could just keep selling and selling and selling even after the Switch 2 comes out. But who knows? Anyway, what do you think? Do you think the PS5 will get to 150 million units or 160 million? Do you think the Switch will get to 160 million units or maybe even 200 million units? I really don't think it will get that far anyway. But 160 million is still up in the air. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on Fresh Gaming News. Bye bye.